Welcome again to my channel. My name is Cynthia. In today's tutorial, I'll be showing you how to make this beautiful rose sleeve you are seeing here. Okay, so if today is the first time I've come into this channel, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you are new in this channel, you're very welcome. Alright, don't also forget to hit the notification bell so that you always get notified whenever I upload a new video. Alright, right now we're going to go straight to the class. These materials are the materials I will be using for this tutorial. I'll be using a pink material, okay? And also I'll be needing a lining. We need our thread, and all the material you're seeing here is what we are going to use. Now, for the kind of material you should use for this tutorial, you should look for a material that is a little bit light, heavy. Alright, so for this tutorial, I chose to use a Mikado fabric. Alright, this is a Mikado material I'm using, and then I'm also using an OK cotton lining. So whichever one that works for you. I'm actually making a blazer, a jacket, and so I wanted to use the rose sleeve for the sleeve. Alright, so I don't know, I won't be showing the jacket part, but I'll just show you the sleeve. So it's the sleeve you are doing today and not the jacket. Alright, so let's dive into the class. Now, to make this particular sleeve, you will need a basic sleeve. As you can see, I already have a basic sleeve here. So you'll be needing a basic sleeve. So cut yourself a basic sleeve so that we can start up. Alright, or just keep watching. This is the basic sleeve. So get a basic sleeve, get the length of the sleeve you want. For me, I want it to be a very long sleeve, so I got a basic sleeve. The length of my sleeve is 22. I added 2 inches for 1 inch for my allowance. So this is my basic sleeve. So get a basic sleeve, and then we're going to start right away. Now, once you are through with drafting out your basic sleeve, you're going to grab yourself a fresh knit pattern paper, and you're going to fold it as if you're folding a triangle. Okay, you're going to fold it diagonally as if you know how a triangle looks like. So that's what you're going to do here. You're going to start by folding our paper as if you are trying to get a triangle. So right now I'm going to go ahead and fold. You can get a paper and fold as I fold. So you see how I just did it. So we're going to fold it that way. So once we fold it, I'm going to show you how to place your paper, your sleeve, the particular one. That one the paper will cut out. Now the sleeve will cut out. That's the basic sleeve. So once we are through with folding it very well, you're going to measure on that place where my hand is touching right now, that part. You're going to measure maybe 16 to 17 inches. Then on the down part, you're going to measure around 16 to 17 inches, depending on what you want. So see, I'm going to place the sleeve, making sure that the armhole area is facing outside. Alright, it's facing the other side. The armhole area will be facing the right hand part, while the other part will be facing the left part. So if you understand what I'm saying. Now I'm going to measure from that part to the extreme. There I should have around 18 inches on that area. So whatever you have, but just make sure that your sleeve is sitting perfectly. So my sleeve was sitting perfectly there. Then on the down part, I got, I think, around 16 to 17 inches. So it all depends on what you want to use. Now, on the part of where I want the sleeve to stop, where I want the rose to stop, I want it to be around 10 inches. So I'm going to mark there also. I'm going to rule a line so that to give me a guide. That's on the sleeve. We are going to rule the line on the sleeve so that it will also give us a guide. So I'm going to take the ruler and rule the line on my sleeve. Like I said, I'll be using 10 to 11 inches. That is the length of the rose I am making. So we now rule it so that we will not make any mistake while we are trying to cut. So once I do that, I'm also going to use a masking tape to tape so that my paper will stop shifting. And then I'm going to trace out the armhole we'll trace out the armhole from what? From the sleeve. Sorry for the voiceover. I had to do a voiceover on this tutorial because when I was trying to video, I didn't know my will I say my camera wasn't really picking up my voice, and that's why. So I'm making a voiceover. So in case, just be patient with us. So there I measured 11 inches. Try to make yours straight. I noticed mine is not straight. Try to make it was straight. So once I do that, I had to measure the down part to know. So I'm going to write what I got so that you also know what to use. And then I'll also measure the upper side. Measure the upper side. I think the upper side was higher than the lower side. So I'm going to like write it down so that it can be visible while you, so that you also know what to use. All right. So for this one, I used, okay, it was 13 inches I used for the height of the petal. And then you see the down part, it was 15.5 and the upper side 18.5. So try and know what to use. So I'm not going to go ahead and trace out my sleeve. Now, that place I touched, the first place I touched was folded. Why that's the 18 inches part was folded, is folded. Please make sure yours is folded. And the 15 inches part is open, all right? So I'm going to trace out what the sleeve on that right part. And once I do that, I will use my masking tape and hold it, or you can just cut off. We are going to cut it off, and then we'll use our masking tape to hold when we are through. So I'll cut it off with the help of my scissors. And once I was done with that, I'm now going to introduce the basic sleeve on top of it, and then that will be all for the sleeve. All right, remember the folded part was 18.5, the down part 15.5, and the length of where the rose is going to be sitting on the sleeve is 13 inches. So this is it. It's just very, very simple. Whatever you see me do here, just do. You arrive at at the sleeve. So I'll get a masking tape. I'm going to hold down the sleeve so that I can use it to draft out my pattern. So you can see I'm using it to hold down the basic sleeve so that it will stop dancing while I am trying to cut out the sleeve. So once I was done with this, I'll just go ahead and cut out my sleeve. So this is the sleeve. You can see how it's looking. All right, this is the sleeve. So this is it. This is how yours should look like. So now we're going to go ahead to start drafting up. So right now I was able to place it, okay? And make sure you have also folding your material in triangular form, okay? And the triangular form, at that part where I'm touching now, is folded. Make sure that place is folded. So I am going to cut it up. Now my fabric is folded into two so that I can get for one. I decided to make it to cut out one, then I'll cut out the second part for the second sleeve. So I'm going to cut it out now. So once I'm done with cutting it out, I'll show you how to stitch it. So once we are done with cutting out, I'm going to cut out my lining. Now, in cutting out your lining, you're going to use your basic body sleeve. All right, that's what you're going to use. You're not going to cut out your lining the same way you did for this one. You're going to use that paper to cut out your lining. So I'm going to cut out the second one, and then I will cut out the lining using my basic sleeve. So I'm going to try and then I wanted to remove the basic sleeve from the pattern I made. So I'll just fold it in somehow and then use it. So you can see this is the basic sleeve. So I'm going to cut out my lining exactly the way I have my basic. Sorry for the way I covered while cutting. So this is the basic sleeve. That is the lining. So once we were done with doing that,